Where do you even start? Honestly, it's so good. So I went to 2 nights in Chicago, night 1 and night 2, because I was like, you know what? We're here. We might as well go see both shows.
I mean, if you're able to.
Might as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. So I was with two of my best friends. They are chaos incarnate, I tell you.
Oh, before you go too far into it, did
Yeah.
Lenny tell you what she sent me?
No.
Okay. Give me
What did she
one
send
moment
you?
here. Let me pull it up so I can verbatim.
Yeah.
Okay. So I sent her another edit about the killer. Now
Yeah.
you understand what I meant
Yes.
about dying.
Don't
Yep.
listen. I will tell you all about that because it's hilarious. But go on.
And I wrote, in some ways, good things I couldn't go to the concerts. And she said, but you could have witnessed the three of us dying.
Yeah.
And I said, that I would have paid for.
Yeah.
But at that point, it would have been the four of us dying. And she's like, worth it though. I was like, I get you, homie. I get you.
So worth. Listen. The thing is like I knew because it's on the newest album, I knew that they were going to perform it. I just didn't know that it was going to be that. So what had happened was I dissociated. I have the full video because I dissociated so hard. Len turned over to me at one point and my mouth had been open for like 2 minutes. And I was not breathing.
Yeah. I knew what your reaction was going to be. If mine was something, seeing it just from TikToks, because let's be real, phone cameras now are absolutely insane and it looks like it's right in your face.
Yeah.
Like Yeonjun was chef's kiss, but Subin was putting his sabusi into it.
God, okay, yeah. So the other funny part of this is so Len. Oh. Well then. Okay. That is hilarious. I will fix that later.
That traveled far.
It really did. So Len, the first night, we did the like TikTok thing of like who's your bias before the show and who's your bias after. And she was like, "Oh, I still don't have a bias. It's like whatever." And I'm like, I'm sure that you don't. Okay, you're lying to yourself, but that's fine. The second night, she turned to me after the Killa performance, and she was like, "My bias is Subin," and I was like, "Oh, win! Let's go!" Here's the thing.
I understand.
I knew
as a Subin bias. I understand.
Listen, I knew that if I could just get the two of them to a concert, it would be over. And what happened was I was dragging Cad behind me and throwing myself at Len to push them off the cliff. That's what happened. They were gonna go regardless.
Yeah.
I just happened to push them off.
Bro, you know, if I could have, I would have.
It was.
And there probably would have been four of us on the floor.
Well, this set list. Okay, so let me talk about this set list for like
go ahead.
So both nights were the same set list, especially with the two surprise songs that we got at the end. So Deja Vu obviously had to be the opener. Incredible. Runaway was the second song, which I was not expecting. I was like, oh, okay. One of my favorite songs, 0x1 equals Love Song. It's so good live. Like I was screaming at the top of my lungs at that point. Devil by the Window. Oh my god, it's good live. I can't. The Sugar Rush Ride, but Korean mixed.
Ooh.
And they're in their humbucks, like.
Oh yeah, I saw clips of that.
Crying, screaming, throwing up.
Yep.
It was incredible. I need that remix. I swear to God, Hype, I need that remix.
We still don't have Blue Hour.
Listen. Farewell Neverland. So good. Chasing That Feeling, again, so good. Magic is such a banger. I love it. New Rules, but the rock
you
version.
okay, New Rules rock is always a fucking jam because
It's
they've done it a couple
so
times on like couple
good.
different like rock versions.
Yeah,
And like the online concerts and everything.
it's so good.
That one always slaps. I
It
think
slaps.
I think it's a Moa fan favorite.
Yeah, it's so good. We also got so after New Rules, it was Loser Equals Lover. Again, I love that song. You guys know.
I'm a loser.
I was like, I would never call myself a loser, but for TXT, I'm a loser.
I did for Glee and then never again until TXT came out with that song.
Yeah. A surprise to me was Ghosting. I was not
Really?
expecting to hear that song live, but
apparently they do it pretty often.
I love it.
It's like such a good like interlude.
It's so good. Thursday's Child has Far to Go, the OT5 version, and it's so good. Trust Fund Baby, which was a surprise, but so good. Quarter Life. Quarter Life was so good. The three of them, so good. Killa. Anyway.
Yep.
Back for More. Right after that song is a crime.
I'm assuming they did the TXT version.
Of course. After Killa is a crime. I know.
You. I'm aware.
And then okay, like these three next to each other, Killa, Back for More, and Titanus. The choreo? I'm sorry. Excuse you. Like, oh God. Okay. And then we move into like the punk rock section of their set list. So Puma rock version was insane. They are insane. They're insane. Good Boy Gone Bad, also rock version.
I'm just like, tell me something I don't know though.
It's so good.
Because I know they're insane, but I'm like, I cannot wait to be able to go and see them live because just from that set list, I know like any set list that they have is always fucking fire.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So we had Good Boy Gone Bad like close out. No, sorry, Growing Pain was the last one in this section, and that song is like such a headbanger. If you don't headbang to that song, like what are you even doing?
It's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the next like section, because they had like breaks in between each of these sections.
Yeah.
So like the next section, Dreamer, their voices during that set, ooh, into the stratosphere. I was like, guys,
that is a lot of songs too,
and we're not done.
I'm sure, but that's still a lot of songs.
Deep Down, such a good song, such a surprise. I remembered listening to that song for the first time, but hearing it live, it's so good. It's
there are
so
some songs
good.
like that. It's just like hearing them live just changes your perspective 100%. On the song, even though it's like not necessarily a song that you didn't like beforehand, but it just like gives you a different perspective on it.
100%. I'll See You Tomorrow. Such a banger. I love that song. Magic Island, which is one of my favorite songs.
That one, I'm surprised, but also not.
Oh, God, it's so good live. They also did Miracle, which I'm like, tears. And then for like the special songs, they did Blue Spring, which...
Oh, I fucking love Blue Spring.
I was like, what are we doing? And then Cat Dog. Obviously.
Oh yeah. Tell me you barked for them.
Duh.
Cool.
Yunjin said to motherfucking bark, so that's what I did.
Oh yeah.
If he asks you to say it. He's been hanging around Namjoon like too much, I think. Like he needs to stop. It needs to stop.
You know.
But like such an amazing concert. Our seats for the second day were like incredible. We were like double A, like at the bottom.
Nice.
Like those are like seats just before floor. It's such a cool and like special thing to be able to like catch the confetti in your hands and like I don't know, there was something really special about that night. It was so fun. And we had like such a good time. We also met another Army Moa there as well.
Ooh, nice.
So that was really fun.
We love our Moa armies.
We do. And she actually, so the next day was actually like my physical birthday. That was my birthday. I am now 32. And we didn't think that we would see her before we left, and then we went to this cup sleeve event because we wanted to go to the Korean barbecue place like for my birthday, and we saw her there, and we're like, oh my god, like I didn't think you would be here today, and she was like, yeah, I was like debating whether I should go or not, and then she ended up going, and I invited her to like my birthday dinner.
Oh, nice! That's so cool.
Yeah, and so we had like a nice, like really cool dinner, and on the way back to our hotel, it's like if you don't know the meme, then you won't like understand why we were like dying. But since my friend was sitting in the front seat and then the three of us were in the back seat of our Uber, and she was doing this. And if you know that meme of Bumgyu throwing a bunch of flour on Yeonjin. So we were wait. So that meme, we could not stop laughing. Like genuinely, the entire 15-minute Uber ride back to our hotel, because we wanted to give her some confetti that we got from the show the second night. And we for 15 minutes we could not stop laughing. And our Uber driver was like, "Are you guys okay?" And we were like, "No. Genuinely? No." And we're like laughing in the way to the hotel. Honestly, like I almost peed my pants. I was laughing so hard. Like it was so funny.
That's so good.
It was
that's
so funny.
Like one of the best memes ever.
It's so funny.
Like,
it's
a
so
classic.
funny. Oh god, we keep sending it to each other like days later. It was so funny. It was so hilarious.
That's so good.
Yeah. I had like one of the best birthdays I've had in like a really long time. So it was, my friends are so sweet to me. They got like a bunch of gifts which they did not need to do.
No. But you do deserve them though.
Well,
you do.
Okay.
Okay. You know.
But it was just so, yeah, it was really nice. It was so sweet getting to see like
I'm so glad.
TXT and then also celebrating my birthday. It was really good. Yeah. We had an amazing time. So, and I'd do it again.
Sorry, I'm so tired. I want to go with you next time.
Well, we'll see. Apparently,
because I like going to concerts with you, so.
Apparently in the fourth quarter they're releasing another album, so we'll see.
Listen, I'm going to Quebec in December. I'm going back home for like a week. So, as soon as I told Kat and Tanya that I'm like booking my tickets in the next couple weeks, Tanya was like, "When? How? Like I'm booking you like anytime, any day. It's like just tell me, I'll make myself available." And I'm like, "Chill out. I'll let you know.
I'll let you know.
It's like I'm not coming and not seeing you guys. It's like I know how it works.
I know how it works. Relax. Yeah, but it honestly, like MOAs are so similar to ARMY in so many different ways. They are so sweet. I got like so many like friendship bracelets and like freebies, and everybody was just so like nice. Like even like we were close to the floor too, so like a lot of the like confetti they would actually like bring it to us and or like here so like have a bunch. Like especially the ones that didn't necessarily like reach our like section, they would like bring us like a bunch of confetti and like I don't know. It's the same feeling that I have when I go to a BTS concert. It's like very, very similar.
That's good.
Yeah. It gives you the same feeling.
Yeah.
I didn't want to feel
like because in a lot of ways, I mean, BTS and TXT like to me are kind of like brothers.
Yeah.
And so this brings me so much joy.
I don't know. It's very special.
They're the big hits boys.
They're the big hit boys, and I like. I'm glad I got to drag my friends. I'm like,
listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Well, now we just like are not talking about it.
So. By the way, does Lenny know that Subin is still technically in his high 20?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Okay, she's very much aware.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that
because he's turning 24 in December, so
Yeah,
we still
yeah.
have a couple months to go.
Well, it's funny because like we were talking about that because like my biases are so similar. Like I have a type specifically.
I mean, me too.
Very tight.
Yeah.
Very, very type. So we were talking about that because it's really hilarious.
Lenny's is wild.
She also has a type though.
Yeah. But it's still wild.
What can I say?
The other day also, she was like, not so squishy now. It's like, that's what you think.
Get you a man who can do both.
Exactly. It's like, Yoongi is also squishy, but he's also a lot of the time not squishy, but he's still squishy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So it was really good. I missed them a lot. I didn't want to come home.
I mean, I would.